so wretched and horrible that a global pandemic,
Yeah.
disgusting, disgusting, because it's all the tragedy aside
Mhm.
from it,
Mhm.
but that had to put things to perspective for us.
Mhm.
Like a whole, like everyone kind of had to take a breath or
Mhm.
not take a breath, or and sort of like rearrange what's what. And I guess I can only speak for you and I in our experience, because we're both actor writer, we're in the creative field,
Mhm.
that like I don't know, well, actually I don't know, I'm speaking for you, but I don't know, but like we kind of had to take a break there, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And be like, oh, wait a second, actually checking in with myself is cool.
Right? Like, oh, downtime helps me be more creative.
Oh my
What?
God, I
I
can
never like,
be smarter, funnier,
yeah.
and
Oh,
not put everything I do on the internet. Also,
yeah.
oh my God, some
Yeah.
stuff can be for me. Oh my God, I can have thoughts that I don't
What?
share.
It's like, it really is a whole new world of it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh, this is why I wasn't creatively inspired, or I felt totally drained for like a few years before the pandemic, or we were forced to stay at home. Now I'm like, oh, I have funny shit to reference because I'm just like living my life, playing a video
Mm.
game or like cooking or whatever. Yeah, it is quite sad that it took all this.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you ever feel like you were running forward without like stopping and looking back? Like there
Mm.
was a project that I was working on with Daphne, and we had like development funding for it, and we were running forward with it. We were just like woo 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 woo, and it was beautiful and it was
Mm.
fun, and she's incredible. Daphne Joseph is incredible comedian. It's just such a great comedian, storyteller, everything. Oh my God, I love her. And and then we found out that we weren't going to go through with like they weren't going to go through with the project.
Mm.
It didn't fit, blah blah blah, mandate changed, yada yada yada. End of the day, it's not happening.
Mm.
And you know we were upset. I can speak for myself, I was so upset, but then I was just sort of like, oh well, a month passed and I was like, well, that was a really great learning experience.
Mm.
Feel like there was a moment before where I was like, no, we gotta, this has to keep going, we gotta keep making this happen, like and
Yeah.
I think it's sort of like, it was kind of funny. It was actually, it reminded me of when you were talking to DJ and how DJ was talking about how
Mm. Oh my God,
you're
thanks for
never just,
listening, Rakhee. So
yeah, no,
thanks.
well, you're never like your last, like it's never like you're just going to make one thing and then that's it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But we see so many examples of that, like and I always just Google people and I'm like, how did they do it? And they always have like a why is that? Like everyone's just like, yeah, they just hit it big somehow.
Ugh,
They're
I
the anomaly.
know.
Why is like everyone on Wikipedia the anomaly,
Yeah,
kind
it
of,
can't
right?
be the anomaly. If there's
No.
this many people, no, absolutely. But then you look at the numbers of people who like didn't get their show made, and then you're like, oh, they are the exception.
Mm.
They are, but it's very confusing. How do
And
you know when to
that's,
like keep trying and when
well,
to just be like, you know what?
you know what was wild? It was like
Mm,
that was happening. We were like, okay, well, let's apply to this fund, that fund. Let's go. We were talking to our producer about how other ways, and we tried some stuff, and then we got to a point where, like, honestly, we just were like not stoked to
mm.
do it anymore.
That's such a great barometer. Oh my
And
God. Yeah.
people are always like, this is how projects die, blah blah blah. And I was like, no, like, I think we I think that was the end of it for us. It
Mm-hmm.
was a learning experience. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it is, throughout like anyone's creative career, and especially through writing, I think themes and chemistry and like partnerships come up over and over again.
Mm,
And so I kind of just had to trust that like this story would be told again, when the time
mm,
is right, or moments of it would come, or maybe something else is going to come from this partnership with Daphne and I that isn't
mm-hmm.
necessarily this, but this almost laid a foundation. And we both, I mean, whatever, I'll speak for myself, I learned so much from the entire process of it
Mm.
that I was like, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I got paid to write, and then I learned a bunch. Now onwards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We both were like, we both looked at each other and we're like, I think we need to put these characters to rest.
Mm-hmm.
We just like didn't want to say their names anymore.
Yeah, we just called
They
them
were like
characters.
heavy. Their names were just like heavy. And we were like,
Yeah.
what would this character do? Oh God. Like